should never allow themselves to be sidetracked by apologetic maneuverings. Don't let biblical proponents alter the requirement. You are not saved by believing in God, or being aware of God, or knowing about God, or seeing God through general revelation and conditions in the world. According to Christian theology, you're saved by believing in Jesus Christ, and that is clearly stated in John 14:6, 3:18, 3:36, and 1 John 5:12. Jews, Muslims, and a wide assortment of other religious people believe in the existence of God. If Romans 1 holds sway, then they too are saved. If all you have to do is believe in God, then millions of non-Christians will pass through the pearly gates. Romans 1 is not going to save the day for Christian apologists when the issue of those who have not heard comes onto the scene. The general revelation approach has nothing to do with being saved and couldn't salvage infants and the mentally handicapped in any event. We'll conclude our observations with the following synopsis by the fundamentalist professor Charles Ryrie, a professor at Dallas Theological Seminary, who states the following in his work entitled Basic Theology. Quote, "Everyone is either saved or lost, and anyone," notice it says anyone, "who dies without receiving Christ as his personal Savior will be eternally condemned." Unquote. Therefore, it necessarily follows that fetuses, babies, and the mentally handicapped, and people who lived in the New World before missionaries arrived, could not possibly be saved and are eternally lost because of conditions over which they had absolutely no control. Bear in mind, we're talking about billions of people. For them to receive Jesus Christ is out of the question, and thus Christians couldn't, and thus the Christian God couldn't possibly be just and fair. We ask your indulgence for having spent so much time on the first question, but a topic of this importance warrants extensive analysis. It not only goes to the heart of the New Testament, but the character of the God upon whom so many people believe so fervently. That completes our presentation, and please join us later for the 7th edition of Biblical Errancy Commentary, when we'll continue showing why the Bible is nothing more than the flawed composition of some fallible human beings. Thank you for listening.